When you look around at our modern world, what do you think really holds it all together? It's not just the steel or the concrete or the computer code. It's something invisible. It's an unseen blueprint, a kind of hidden architecture that's made entirely of words. Today, we're going to explore this blueprint and see how writing is the real foundation for, well, just about everything.
I mean, just look at this. It's a marvel, a true feat of engineering. But think about it. Before anyone ever broke ground, before a single bolt was turned, how did this go from just a spark in someone's mind to this? The answer, as it turns out, is way more interesting than you might think.
And there you have it, straight from someone in the trenches. The secret ingredient? It's writing. Every single massive project, every piece of technology you use is built on a scaffolding of carefully chosen words. These documents, they aren't just paperwork that happens after the fact. In a very real way, they are the work. All right, so where does a journey like this even begin? Well, before you can build a single thing, you've got to win the right to do it. And that happens in this super competitive space, where more often than not, the best written idea is the one that wins. This is where the proposal comes in. And a proposal isn't just a document, oh no. It's your sales pitch, it's your battle plan. It has one job and one job only: to persuade. It has to convince someone that not only is your idea fantastic, but that you, and only you, are the perfect team to make it happen. So, how do you build that killer argument on paper? Well, it usually boils down to a pretty simple, powerful structure. First, you've got to lay out the problem. What's the situation? Then, you swoop in with your brilliant, unique solution. After that, you've got to prove you have the chops to actually do it. Show them your credentials. And finally, you get down to brass tacks. How long is this going to take, and what's it going to cost? It's a story that builds trust, step by step. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? The project gets built with words long before it gets built with steel. A killer proposal paints a picture so vivid, so convincing, that the client can already see the finished product. Only then do you get the green light to actually start building. Okay, so you won the job. Pop the champagne, but now the real pressure starts. We're moving out of the world of persuasion and into the world of absolute, hardcore precision. This is where one sloppy word, one ambiguous phrase can literally lead to disaster. And this brings us to the mighty specs, or specifications. And they kind of come in two main flavors. You've got performance specs, which are all about the what. They say what the thing needs to do. Think, this bridge must support 50 tons. Then you have restrictive specs, which are about the how. They tell you exactly what it needs to be. Think, this bridge must be made of grade A structural steel. You need both to get it right. And the level of detail here is, well, it's just mind-boggling. I mean, look at this stuff. We're not talking about a strong cable. We're talking about signal voltage down to the decimal point, a turns ratio of 1.41 to 1. We're not saying a sturdy frame. We're saying a fiberglass composite panel monocoque with a steel roll cage. This isn't just a description, it's a contract with the laws of physics. And this is why it is so unbelievably critical. There is zero wiggle room here. A vague term, a misplaced comma, that doesn't just cause a little confusion. That causes lawsuits. It causes catastrophic failures. In the world of specs, clarity isn't just nice to have. It is a matter of survival. So, we've won the contract, we've defined every last detail, but now we have to actually do the work. And these big projects are a marathon, not a sprint. So how do you keep, hundreds of people all moving in the exact same direction for months or even years? You do it by relentlessly, constantly answering these three simple questions for everybody involved. Is it on time? Is it on budget? Is it on track? That's the whole point of a progress report. It's the project's regular health checkup. And a simple chart can tell you so much. In a single glance, you can see exactly how you're doing. Are we spending what we thought we would? Or is money just flying out the window? This isn't just data. It's a story about whether the project is being managed well. But it's about so much more than money. A really good progress report is like the project's diary. It's where you track what you've done, what's left to do, and, this is the big one, where you're honest about the problems you're hitting. It's the early warning system that stops tiny issues from spiraling into total disasters. All right, we are in the home stretch. The thing is built. It's real, but we are not done yet, not even close. Now comes maybe the most important part for the person who will actually use it, the final handoff. Because all that amazing engineering means nothing if people can't use it safely and effectively. And here's something a lot of people get mixed up. We talked about specifications, right? Specs tell you what a thing is. Instructions are totally different. They tell you how to do stuff with the thing. It's like the difference between a list of a car's parts and the owner's manual that tells you how to drive it.
And when it comes to instructions, words can literally be a matter of life and death. These words, danger, caution, attention, they aren't just picked at random. They have very specific, legally binding meanings. Danger means someone could die. Caution means a risk of minor injury. Using this kind of standardized, crystal clear language saves lives. Period.
So, the physical construction is over. The project exists. But here comes the final exam. Can the words on the page transfer all that knowledge, all that complexity, into the hands of a user? The answer to that question is what determines if the project is a true success. So let's zoom out and bring this all home. From that very first idea to the final instruction manual, what we've seen is this invisible architecture at work, this blueprint of words that takes a project all the way from imagination to reality. It starts with the proposal. That's what builds the vision. It's the powerful story that gets everyone to believe that a new, better future is possible. Then, the specifications come in to build the actual blueprint. They take that grand vision and translate it into the cold, hard, precise language of engineering. The progress report, that builds the bridge that gets you from the beginning to the end, keeping the entire team connected and moving forward through all the chaos. And finally, the instructions build the foundation for the user to succeed. That's the critical handoff that ensures the thing we've built is actually useful and safe. So the next time you see some amazing achievement, a skyscraper, a new app, anything, I want you to look a little closer. Look past the physical thing and try to see the words that made it happen. And then maybe ask yourself, what are the unseen blueprints that you're writing right now in your own world?